Great to see you.
Hello,
We're just,
Vanessa. How are you?
hi, so well. We're just hearing, we just had Steph has her whole business is built on this model and Ivana's on, but Katja, we just did a second three-way call where as soon as someone showed interest and had seen a presentation, she got us straight on a call. So what was one of your takeaways, Katja?
Well, it's just the way that you worded the question. So you asked her, did you have a chance to look at the package option? So this is after the general chit chat, which was great to build rapport. But did you have a chance to look at the package options? And then also when she was asking about the monthly, then you were saying the way you worded that, the inventor used to make the monthly option more available. But now, and you said, talking about the 90-day time frame, you really need that as a minimum commitment. And I thought that was a good way around it. And you kind of, comparing it to retail and making the core package more attractive. And also, when you were sort of saying, are you comfortable to order now? And then she realized that the cost was actually in US dollars, not in Australian. And she kind of had to think about that. And also what you then said, what do you need? Do you need a conversation with your husband or shift some money around? And that's all it was, is shifting money around and just coming to terms with that. And so it was just some helpful little phrases, yeah.
Well done for writing them down.
Yeah, now I'm just going to learn them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and you will. And writing them down will help. Ivana, I know you're in the background there and can't be on video, but what are you learning in those conversations that Steph is having with you that help orders come in?
One of the things that really come to mind is Steph said, what are the two main issues, health issues you have that you would like to work on?
Mm-hmm.
And that actually brought back memories to me when I was doing hypnosis training and with regards to health. And I thought that was a really good way to start the conversation, because then they focus on what they're really there for. And it's not the money factor, it's what we can do to make them feel better.
Yeah. I love that.
Mm.
So the question again, just to repeat, what are your issues in terms of your health?
Yeah, because when you get someone on first, they sort of start getting into everything and it's quite overwhelming. There's just so many issues. Everyone's got so many issues, health issues they want to deal with. But if you reel them back and say, what is your two main issues that you want to deal with that are really prominent? Like for me, it was my pain. I was just desperate to heal myself from the pain. And that's all I wanted to focus on. And when you get them to focus on two main factors and they sort of focus on their health rather than the money factors, because when it came down to the money, I found people were saying to me, oh, it's expensive. And I said, yeah, but you got to understand, you can buy a bottle of wine at the end of the day at work and you can go home and drink a glass of wine. And you don't even think about that. For me, I'm a coffee addict. I love my coffee. And when I broke it down, I thought, yeah, I can do this. I mean, I'm not missing out on my coffee. But I'm willing to invest that much to make myself feel better. And ultimately too, the other questions that people would say, oh, but how do you have to stay on this patch for life? If it fixes it, do you still have to stay on it? And I said, well, when you go to gym and you get fit and healthy, are you going to get fit and healthy for the rest of your life if you stop going to gym? Like taking supplements, if you stop taking a supplement, are you going to continually feel better? No. So that's how I explain it. But
it's great learning, really great learning. We're just talking, this is Andrew, just for those that haven't met.
Hi.
Welcome
Hi,
in,
Andrew.
everyone. This is Ivana, one of Steph's team, and a whole bunch of the team here. So Welcome in. I know you all had a great presentation just before with Sue and Chris.
Yeah,
This
well
is the
done.
first time we have been on Andrew's Zoom, so we understand
the
it's a
first
new
time.
Zoom link.
And then we're in a hotel that doesn't have all the things that we usually have, so we're just sort of making it work. So
Yeah.
great to have you all on.
Yeah, so wonderful. So we are recording this call, and we just talked about the power of that three-way call to help land. And we say the word land often on this team. Oh, great. He's bringing me a suitcase to put this down on. We're staying above a pub in Wagga Wagga. We are here with some of our team. It's a Henty.
So it's the Henty Field Machinery
Steph
Festival.
knows.
Steph knows 50,000 people over 3 days.
I can't get the jingle out of my head.
Yeah, you know a jingle. My gosh, this is so famous, this festival.
It's the number one. We just had Katrina Roundtree, which, okay, we've been away for 10 years. So she was Katrina Roundtree years ago. She just came and spoke and, talked about country because she married a country guy and yada, yada. It was very Australian and we're loving it.
But it's great. So we have two of our brand partners here. They invested in this 3 days, and we're super excited for what's happening for them in their business.
Massive opportunity.
They talked on stage in front of people, shared their testimonies. So just so much growth. Yeah. So welcome into everyone. We just talked about the power of getting your upline, your active upline on those calls, those quick calls. They're quick calls to help edify, validate, and what we call landing the sale. This is landing the sale is a plane. You're in a conversation and you're bringing the plane down to a landing, helping those orders come in. And so
especially when you understand, like some people are brilliant in the liftoff, the engagement, the sharing about the technology, the excitement. Some people are brilliant at that. Others, that's their challenge. Others are great with the information, like that, what I call the in-flight. It's, about the technology and all the extra things and what they need to know. Some people are brilliant at that and others need to continue to work on that, have the system around that. Then others are brilliant at landing the plane and others need to keep growing in that area. So that's why having those 3 ways, your upline, the people around you to go, who'd be a great resource to help me in where I'm growing in. Actually, what I'd love you to do right now is out of those 3, the takeoff, the in-flight, and the land of the plane, see that as an analogy for
the patch information, the revisit is all the in-flight, and the ordering is the opportunity, and the ordering is that we're landing this now.
So it's the pro strategy. Tell me which one you're brilliant in, and I want you to understand that because we're all brilliant at so many different things. We've got to keep reminding ourselves of that, what you're brilliant in, and then the things that the one that you can grow in out of the 3 steps when it comes to that.
Awesome. Take off. Love it. Yeah, it's true. And then there's so much more from the takeoff, right? That we want to get those partnerships, those sales. Like there's no good just informing people about a patch. You've got to get that order in.
And, at the end of the day, number one, you need the order because you're wanting to build your business. But also beyond that, you want to help people. If you don't land the plane, so like the 10 people or so that I connected with today, gave them all the information, did the takeoff, gave the in-flight, now landing it, I want them to start patching. I want them to start getting results. So the landing the plane is all about you want them to start having stories like what you have. So when you change some of your mindset around that of just making the sale, and it is a sale, and 100% that's what it is. All of life is about that. But it's actually about helping them to start on the journey of breakthrough for their life. That's what's so important.
Yeah, so we were just wrapping up what we're seeing in success is right now in terms of people getting towards manager, towards director. You are builders on this call. So would you just put in the conversation in the chat, what is your current rank and what do you need for your next rank? Really important every week to just be checking in on that next goal. Rank is only one of those goals. Income is some of the goals for many of you. Yes, there's other why around this, but in terms of this business model, what's your next goal? We're just going to come down to you need more volume. Yeah, we celebrated last week and it's all, she hit that
And
50,000.
second week in a row.
Sustained that.
Well done.
That
Well done,
50,000.
Executive Director Sue.
Amazing. Okay, director, volume, and builders. So Mark, yep. So we're about to talk about what you just did in a minute, Mark. Manager, need to break 2 managers. Right. Yep. Perfect. See, personally sponsored 24, but now Mark's focusing on helping others. Yeah, really good to know where you're at with your business. So
And you got some great mentors in
Yeah.
Vanessa, do you mind if I quickly jump in?
Yes.
And, I'm trying to make the most of a couple of people being on here for the first time. With organically enrolling people like Ivana's on the call and she's left, right, left, right, left, right. And now for her business to pay her even more on a consistent basis with less work. Can we touch on, because I've just noticed a couple of other people want to move from manager to director. Can we just micro focus on that for a couple of minutes and then move into the bigger builds?
Yeah, absolutely. So the manager to director, if you are unaware yet, what that means is you're going to look at making managers. Is that what you want to focus on, Steph?
Yeah, so just finding minimum 2 people that want to share, just like, for instance, Eva has.
Exactly. So let's talk about that for a second, because you are in this call because you're focusing on building something sustainable, sometimes fast, sometimes all about the long term, but you are committed to building. What we just noticed on a call with, say, Katja, and the reason why 3 ways work is as soon as she started to find some resistance around the financial outlay and investment, because she doesn't yet know what she doesn't know. She hasn't valued yet this investment. So we said, would it help you to think of a few people that need this? She literally said the names, didn't she, Katja? She said the names of the people that she can already think about. So because this woman isn't thinking yet about a business, she just needs to cover the cost of products. We asked her to repeat those names. Katja probably wrote those names down. Give me a thumbs up if you did that, Katja, or at least caught them and recalled them. Then we suggested that rather than wait for her testimony, we resource her with information that she would say, I've just learned about a technology that I've decided to give a go. Would you like to learn with me? And so we are now going to resource her straight on her congratulations with the same tools she just used. And we literally said to Debbie, the reason why I'm going to call with Katja is Katja's new at this. And Debbie, we're going to support you the same way we're supporting Katja. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds easy. Like it wasn't hard. So what you're doing is no one's saying yet I want to build a business. If they haven't said that, they don't know what they don't know. But they do want to cover their cost of product. So as soon as they hear of 4 people, we're going to send her resource to share with them. When 2 people do that, 1 on each leg of your team, just 2 people also find 4, that makes you a director. And now you're building a duplicatable business. When you just go left, right, left, right, left, right, and leave people, what can happen is if they don't start to see a little bit of money come in early where they can cover their cost of product, they may not see this as worthwhile, or other financial challenges might come in and they might choose to not value these patches and not keep ordering. So we want to get money in their pocket as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Any questions around that or comments? Yeah. If you had to scale yourself 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with asking every single personally enrolled person you have currently to tell you their 4 most loved people that also need what they are exploring? Scale of 1 to 10. I'm really comfortable at 10, or I'm not that comfortable at 1. Just put in the chat. Amazing. All right. I love that. Now, when it comes to partnering with a business partner, so let's talk for a second. This is different. You're talking to someone that's like just a patcher. So you're going to just teach them slowly about sharing just to cover their own costs. But when you're talking and you're partnering immediately with a business partner, Chris, I don't think Ray's on, but will you come off?
Ray's on.
Where's Ray?
He's somewhere there.
Is
Yeah,
he there?
Ray
Ray.
is on. Yes.
Ray, just one more time. Tell us what you've done and how you got those quick calls quickly with some of your business partners.
Sure. Good evening. I actually just said to the ladies, and I've done another one today as well. So it's a couple in a couple of days and one more tonight. Is that who do you think is your best prospect? And would you mind ringing them and introducing me to them so we can ascertain if in fact they are your best prospect? And then I speak to them for 5 or 10 minutes on the phone, send them in some information, and I go from there.
Brilliant. So thanks, Ray. And you are like massive momentum coming out of your team, and congratulations. So Steph just asked a great question. If you're 5 and under, what is your block around who do you know and love? Like that whole conversation around those first 4. Just write in the comments. Again, we're builders. We're talking honestly in this group.
And even if it's just a couple of words, or like fear or rejection or whatever, but try to be descriptive on why. Because we're talking like family members. Like I went to my brother and I'm like, bro, he's a financial advisor, he's a farmer. I'm like, Vanessa and I are going to build something big. Would you jump in on this? This could be an opportunity and I'll help you. And I love my brother, and if he was here, he'd be fine. He was just like, no. So I'm like, okay. Then I went back 6 months later, then I went back 12 months later, and then I went back 18 months later. And 18 months, I said, I'm done after this. But I love you enough, I want to give you this opportunity. So looking at those that are in your world that you love, because you have it in you to build something amazing and you want to bring people with you, from family to friends, like your inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I suggest something? If you're like okay, I said 7 and below, but if you're a 5 and below, and is it what you know, there's a saying, if you live in your head, you're dead. So are you believing everything you're thinking? Are you believing and buying into a thought process that you're already, and I'll just share, actually, let me just qualify this. When I was learning how to do this, I had an incredible mentor who had my permission to be very blunt. And his bluntness resonated when I gave him my feedback on my 20 list and said, oh, they won't be interested. And he went, can I coach you? And I said, yes. The coaching came in hot, and it was, how can you be so arrogant that you can read their mind and that you know where they're at on any given day? And yeah, my hackles came up, and it landed though, because he got me to ring one of my chicken poop list people, and they said yes.
Yes.
Now in LifeWave, I have 30 personally enrolled chicken list people. They were my first calls. So I'm going to invite you all to put down this cloak of suffocation, of fear, of living in your head, thinking that you know what people want, because we don't know. And because the world is changing so quickly in front of our eyes right now, people are looking, they're in the looking space, whether it's for their health, whether it's for their wealth, whatever it is. So get comfortable. I was only teaching this with my group today. Get comfortable with being in the uncomfortable, and do the uncomfortable all the time, every day, until it becomes second nature. I hope that helps. I'll let you answer this one, Andrew. So the skeptics and the critical, those that, have an opinion and, often it's family. I know it was with me. Skeptics.
Great. 2 things around that is, one, I'd love you to put in the chat while we talk about this. Out of 10, how offended do you get when someone invites you to something? An event, an opportunity, a party? How offended do you get? Like, I actually want to know, you yourself, how offensive.
Even an opportunity.
No, but I'm saying that. Opportunity, event, like someone inviting you to something. How offended do you get out of 10? So 1 being not offended, 10 being highly offended, or 0 not offended at all. How offended do you get? because I'm going there and I actually want everyone to put something down, because neurologically, this is going to help some of you straight away. It's going to be maybe an aha moment for you. I'm seeing noughts, I'm seeing ones, okay? Mostly noughts. All you're doing is inviting. So with my brother, I invited one of the closest people in my life. He's blood to me. I said, hey, I have this opportunity. I'd love to share it with you. Do you know what? You have 3 different people in your life in the world. And we've worked with, we've worked across the world, I think in 50 or 60 countries I've worked in, and tens of thousands of people. Here's the thing. You have the desperate, especially in this, illustration, those who just need, like they want what you've got. They just, yep, I need it. They're easy. They're brilliant. Fantastic. They're like the godsend. They're the golden ticket, like Willy Wonka. All right. Then you've got the curious. You got the curious that are like, hey, I'm open. You spend your life with the curious. And then you got the cynic. The cynic, for me, I'm 50 now and I've done a fair bit of life. I give no time. I don't care if they're blood. I don't care if they've been my best friend my whole life. Well, I'd actually have cynical friends because I just don't live at that level. I run the opposite way. Cynics, you can't pay you or me enough to try to change their mind. So for me, cynical people, what I do is I take everything back and I create FOMO.
Yeah.
So in whatever that context is, and I could map it out, but we don't have time on what their season of life and what they do, I will just take things off them.
Yeah.
Because cynics aren't worth your time because they're just there to win an argument. So I live with the curious. 90% of my time is the curious, and the 10% desperate is the bonus. If you live with that, life becomes so much easier because you walk away and you go next, 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 and you don't have that, I lost. Because with a cynic, you're probably always going to lose no matter how intelligent you are.
There's a movie, it's a comedy. Don't even ask me what the name of it is. I think they go to Bangkok. It's like a bachelor thing, and something goes on, and the Asian guy, main character, comes back with, "But did you die? But did you die?" So a no doesn't kill you. You survive it. But the other thing is, don't take it personally. Like literally what Andrew is saying, just whatever. But I will say, one of my directors, it took 7 conversations, 7 pieces of information, because I knew what this was going to do. I didn't get frustrated. I didn't get bent out of shape. It was just like, what's that merry-go-round thing? It's like next, next, next. But the other thing is, people are not thinking about us at all, not even an eighth of an eighth of what we think they are. They are not thinking about us. You're giving more thought to them than what they're not thinking, than what they are actually concentrating on. Everyone's wrapped up in their own life. Drop me a 5 if that makes sense. Hit us up with any questions because I'm conscious we are running out of time.
I'll answer that question about what do I take away. Thanks, Steph. Is say maybe they think they're wealthy or whatever and they don't need this. I'll be like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you can't afford this right now. Now I'm cocky, okay? So you got to work with your own personality. But for me, I'm not afraid of that. So I will say to someone like that, oh, maybe you can't afford this. And really it's for people who have a lot of influence. So maybe that's not for you. And then I'll smile with them. And then the pride in them will be like, well, hang on for a second. So it's learning, again, the 5 voices, which we're about to do a whole bunch of training on, and other things, learning to know who you're talking to, how to take something back from someone. Even that event I invited you to, I don't think it's for you. It's going to be for these types of people. So, hey, love your friend. Well, let's catch up next week. And then all of a sudden it's like, hang on, you're disinviting me, uninviting me to that. All of a sudden you might have another level of curiosity.
And the training last week, and we just encourage, instead of watching Netflix, if you're brushing your teeth in the morning and you want to focus on this business, you put a training on, you expose yourself to people that are learning. Joe Navarro says this, and we wrote down every script from his training. We put it in your weekly email. If you haven't done it, do it and write it down. He said, our friendship's not on the line. And so for a lot of you, the thing is, you're mixing this with friendship. They're not the same thing. And so like that kind of comment, hey, our friendship's not on the line. Would you give me 10 minutes of your time? Like it's just these kind of words that you need to actually write down, learn, and make habits to have come out of your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these are little phrases that even just what Vanessa said, I'd encourage you to write down, because you, over time, as you learn it and you speak it, it'll become something that you become natural with. But this is really important for people. You're only giving an invitation.
Yeah. Love
Like,
it.
that's it.
And secondly, if you've done more than 10 minutes on this conversation with your friend, you've talked too long. So this is like a quick, I got my hands on something, your name came straight to my mind. Can I get you on a call? Can I send you information? So you are not trying to do the talking. And this is where a lot of people go wrong in their relationships. They do the talking, and it might feel like then your relationship is on the line. So yeah, go back, look at the training. It's all on email. So
And get it, because it's 8 o'clock and we need to
make an
a couple of
announcement.
quick things. But one is, if you're talking more than asking questions, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Can some of you literally please write that down? Because some of you talk too much.
Yeah.
And you actually need a buddy, whether it be your spouse or a buddy, to go, I love you, but you need to learn to stop talking so much.
Yeah.
It's such an important discipline in life.
Yeah.
So asking questions,
Yeah.
having them answer. So even your friends saying, hey, I've got this invitation. Are you looking for maybe XYZ? And they'll be like, well, maybe not X, but maybe Y, or maybe Z. So asking questions.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Last comment to write down, but again, you'd know this if you're watching the trainings, but you got to learn to practice them. If I, would you? If I send you, da da da, would you? If I, would you? This is all about relationship. This is all there. So for those of you that are honest, and we're so grateful for your honesty, that's what this room is for. When you're saying here's some fears, here's some things, there are solutions to each of your fears, and they come in tools. And these tools are what are going to help you actually break the fears. But it's not just mindset, you need language and tools. So
even just if I had, even. Like, and you could change if I had something that could change your life, blah, 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 whatever it is, would you be interested in that?
Yeah.
So, and it's like, no, okay, no worries. Let's keep having our beer and talk about the sports. But, well, maybe they've just invited you back. The ball's come back to go, I give you permission now to explore this.
Amazing. So for everyone on, if you have not watched this Saturday, actually, this is Builders, this is Leaders.
This Saturday, last Saturday.
Put in the chat a
need
yes
to
or
watch
no.
that.
Did you yet on a Tuesday? And we do have an expectation.
Honesty moment.
Builders can and will. Have you watched Penny's training from This Is It training from Saturday? Just put a yes or a no. If it's a no, it's all good, but we
no
want
shame,
habit.
just accountability.
All right, with everyone that has said no, I dare say this is going to be one of those trainings that is your ticket to.
Okay, we're all different. We all love things different. It's my favorite training this year. Above everything else, Penny rocks my world. I don't know if she drinks or not, but we're having a cocktail at the Bahamas because she'll be there on that cruise. Like, I'm fangirling, guying, whatever you call it. I think she's freaking amazing. If you haven't heard her story, if you haven't watched this, like, seriously, and what it says is if she can do it, all of us can do it.
So we are going to wrap up. We've got one announcement, but we want to wrap up because I put a challenge out in an email, and I said to our whole entire team, who wants to take up the Penny challenge? Who wants to write that post, right? That her mentor told her. She's now the elite senior director, senior presidential. It means she's actually ranked a whole lot of leaders through in the last 18 months.
She's popping SPDs like popcorn.
So I followed her on social. I found her first launch post. It
I
was
want to show you a video.
her sponsor that told her what to do, because you listen to your sponsor. So we're drum rolling. We're celebrating Mark Thompson. He's the only one I know of so far that took the challenge and actually did it. Mark, come off mute. How many comments have you had since posting today? And if someone else did it, write it down in the comments. But Mark, how many comments today?
Thanks, guys. 9 registrations of interest wanting more info, either through Messenger or on the Facebook page. So I've sent 9 wee short videos from this is it info to 9 people with just saying less. So it's just a very, very short clip and paste from a wee notes folder that I've set up.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Mark, how long did it take you to do it?
Since before going to dinner and coming back, so within an hour of getting a bit of Thai and a glass of red, I'm away with work at the moment. So checking into the hotel room. Right, I've seen that newsletter you guys sent out. I'm going to do those 6 steps and then going to have dinner and ding, 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 ding. Came back to 9 info.
So good.
So 5 or 10 minutes, would you say, to pull that off?
Post?
Less. It was a clip and paste. I'd written a little script. I'd changed Penny's words. I just wanted to try something focusing more on business rather than
So 3 minutes?
Yep.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
we'll take 2. We'll take
2
2.
minutes and 9 leads. And we are just going to put a challenge out there for anyone feeling like their leads are a little dry. You need to understand what your social media will do, who's watching, who you're going to wake up when it comes to social media. So we just want to celebrate the action.
Yeah,
well done. For those asking about the email, what the strategy we have in place is the go to dreamteam.community, put your email in. If you're not getting that email, put it in one more time. I will see all
Check your
today's,
spam,
check
please.
your spam, check your trash, check your social, your updates. The big key is if you're new, you actually just have to reply, thanks, got it, whatever, once you get it a few times, and then your email will love our emails. Cool? All right.
So, quick announcement, because we want you, the Kiwis especially, that are champions that stay up late for this, which we appreciate. We're making a shift as of next week. So the email will come out this week. We'll probably do it twice just so everybody gets it. We'll put it across all of our social media. We're making a shift from Tuesday nights. Now, who knows this business is a freedom business. It's a sovereign business. So it's all about what also works for you. So for us, our kids, some things have come up for them personally on a Tuesday night that's going to make it impossible for us to continue to do Tuesday nights like we do. Family comes first. Can you put a 1 in the chat, or actually a 10 in the chat, where you agree with me? This is all about family. This is all about your life. So for us, we're making a shift on, so we just want you to know the context of why we didn't do it easily, but we want to prioritize our children and some things that they want to pursue in their life, which is church and some other things. So we will be shifting. Tuesday morning pretty much stays the same, doesn't it? Tuesday morning stays the same. So for North America, for Australia, the patching, the sharing.
Brand partner at 9, patching community at 9:30 Brisbane time, and sharing training at 10.
So that'll be happening. Tuesday morning doesn't change.
Which is also New Zealand lunchtime. So if you've gone to lunch and learn, you want your patching community to lunch and learn, it's a perfect time for them.
Lunch and learn. We need to copy and paste that one. That's brilliant. So that's for Tuesdays. So Monday night, can everyone put Monday night in the chat? Monday night, we are shifting till 5:30 will be a presentation, and there's lots of presentations happening now with Dream Team and the teams beyond us, above us and alongside us, Arise and so on. There are so many presentations. You could spend your whole life watching presentations, which is great. We want you to do that. Bring people to. Different people have different voices. You'll know who to bring and profile to the right ones. For Vanessa and I, we decided we want to go a bit more back to the business style of what we've done in the past, which we had great feedback with. And thank you for all writing Monday night. You guys are awesome. Monday night from 5 till 5:30, which also means with New Zealand going 3, they'll be 3 hours ahead with daylight savings. Fortunately, in Queensland, we still haven't got our act together and we don't do daylight savings. Hopefully we'll get a politician to...
Yeah, Anton, you guys will be 6, exactly.
So it'll be 6 o'clock in Sydney. That we will be shifting 5 till 5:30. We'll be doing a presentation, an opportunity, but more around the business. We'll talk for the first 10 minutes on the technology and the rest is all about the business. So this is going to be wired for people who really want to have another stream of income, who want to know more about the business. We're going to be the only ones, and we used to do this, but we used to do 2 different ones and it was a bit too much. this is what we're going to give from the Dream Team, a business opportunity presentation from 5 till 5:30 in Queensland time, which will be 6 till 6:30 in Sydney time, and 8 till 8:30 New Zealand time. Then we'll be doing half an hour after that, builders meeting. So for those, all of us that are in building, that are in momentum, that are wanting to build an income stream, that aren't just sharing and, working it out, but are like, we're focused, we want to replace incomes, we want to build legacy businesses, we want to go for it.
Yeah.
That will be 5:30 Queensland time till 6, and that'll be 6:30 New South Wales and everybody else around Australia, except for WA, Adelaide, you can work that out, till 7. Till 7, and then New Zealand will be 8:30 till 9. So that's going to be happening as of next week.
Yeah.
So Monday nights, and then
Monday afternoons.
Sorry, Monday afternoons. And part of that also is we've had a brilliant 18 months of doing this, but we also realize with a lot going on, we want to redeem people's nights back as much as possible.
Yeah.
There are so many other great things out there, a Rise team, Tessa's tips, all of that you can be involved in, that we don't want to create another night. We don't want to wear people out. We want them energized and excited, and we want them to be able to build this business without all of those obligations. So can you give me a 10 if you get our heart with why we're doing this, and we think it's going to be really powerful for our team?
And we've also now got resources that we're really freshening up, got a few key leaders' eyes on it. The Dream Team community now is like a plug and play. We want it to be patching, sharing, building. We don't need to go live all the time. We just want to go live once a week with those things. Second thing, our commitment is by the end of a Sunday night every week, I will have the previous week's opportunity calls all uploaded on our dreamteam.community/opportunity page. So if you missed one, we believe not as many people come live to opportunities as they do to one you might send them that they can also watch in their own time that you've handpicked. So just know when people can't come live, that's not a no. That's you get them the right opportunity that you can expose them to. So we'll always put the most current ones on that page for you as well. So we're doing as much as we can to just plug and play for you, as well as be online together once a week as a community. So is that good for everyone?
And we'll also have Sue on Wednesdays still, who, like, can I just say, for the Kiwis, I think that's like their lunchtime. For New Zealand, like, brilliant. To bring new brand partners onto her training, for you to sharpen up, for you to ask questions. Sue's got incredible, but the second one, Sue's going to be, and we've told her to be a bit stronger, like to be like, help people to pick up their game. So if you need a bit of a kick up, then that's going to be great. The second one that Sue does. So we have this with all of the website that we have to help for you to win. And we want to make this as simple as possible. There's 3 things that we do in our life and all our businesses. The lens is, it's got to be simple. Too many things are complicated in life. Got to be simple. It's got to be sustainable. You got to be able to do this for the long term, and love it. And it's got to be scalable. This thing has got to be able to scale. So that's the lens that we do everything from.
Team Apex has their own amazing system in place. I've got a few other key leaders on. We love and are celebrating what the New Zealand team is doing, even on Sunday nights with their opportunity event world class. I want to tell everyone in Australia, don't just think New Zealand when you can plug your people into that as well. Think everywhere. So well done to you guys that are doing that, Chris and Andrew and the whole team. And then we have I was just looking at Janine. She runs her own opportunity event. Tash and Tom run theirs. So this is the dream, is that all of you would learn to really find your own voice, but also plug into what feels relevant. Yeah.
Lots of great things.
And can I just ask, sorry, I think you said it, but just double checking. So there's no patching community calls on a Monday night, only in the morning?
Just Tuesday mornings. Yeah. And what we figure with those is when you have someone patching and you just say, hey, listen, can you find that 30 minutes once in a little while in your schedule? Even people that work can figure out how to do that. Feel free to plug them in there. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And can I just quickly ask about the Facebook challenge thing that you said about Penny, which I read. So I was, as you're probably aware, following the the other, the 10 days Facebook challenge. So putting yourself in my shoes, so what would you do? Just follow that through first?
I'm so glad you brought it up, Katja. Like, follow the 10-day strategy. And
Okay.
for those that are just ready to go out there, do that one off. And then we've got a system. We're about to design a whole page on Dream Team about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You follow your system. Perfect.
Follow that, and then we'll get there. And just one other quick question, please.
Yeah.
There's another lady I reached out to on Facebook, and she had, I don't know her very well. She just informed me that she was 33 weeks pregnant, and she probably wants to have a chat. How do you kind of broach it? Like, how do you how do you approach the whole thing? Like, do you just ignore the fact that they're pregnant, or like what do you
No. But we'll go offline about this together and support that. But no, we don't. We'll acknowledge it. We'll just give her some options.
All right.
That's awesome. We'll do that together. Chris, did you have a question, comment?
No, brilliant. I love it, because I'm just thinking strategically. So we do our meeting on Sunday, and those that really want to go the next step with the business opportunity, that'll dovetail beautifully into Monday night.
Right.
With you having the business focus. And look, it's really good, guys, because for some, well, not most of us, for some of us, this is not late. But some of our guys get up at 5 a.m. That's why we're having a lot of our guys drop off at this time. So they'll be able to come on those Monday, and they'll be able to come on the Tuesday. So Tuesday morning. So no, I think it's a brilliant strategy. Really do.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
thank you. We appreciate that, and we're so excited about what's happening in New Zealand. So we want to, support that in every way that we can, because I think, you guys are just getting started, and it's going to be amazing over there.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Yes, Steph, that's what we felt. Straight from close of business, 3 p.m. on a Monday, straight into some business building and focus for your week. It's a perfect start. Yeah. Awesome. So stay connected. Choose
Yeah.
WhatsApp or Facebook for where you're staying connected right now. Massive momentum going on for you. And so if you don't get emails, remember, we'll just help make that happen for you all. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And keep patching, keep building. And, I'd always say I love trainings, and especially the American one. That's the number one best training that you can have. Be in community and in training here, and everything else is a bonus. And the rest out there, reaching people, patching, calling, sending things. Use your time to really keep reaching out, going for walks with your dog and meeting people and asking them if when they start talking about their bad back, how you can help them. So just keep creating the flow in all that you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, we love you all, and excited for the rest of this year. Boot camp for those that are wanting to go to the Bahamas. Keep going. We've still got 21 days or more to see that before that's
30
finished.
spots left for Level Up in November. So we're beyond halfway booked now.
Yeah.
We have made room for 80 of you. It's going to be amazing. So many people's
75.
businesses are starting to boom from that. Yeah.
So these last 30 will go. I haven't advertised as much because I'm just wanting, people to, but once people see that this is going, they'll all be gone. So please, best thing you can do, best thing for your team to come along. We got people who can't come, but they're sending their team members, which is great. It's going to be a great finale to the year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right, guys, thank you so much, and have a blessed week.